I went camping with my latest beau, and I got a nice little mosquito herpes kiss right here. So I'm all bitten up. My whole neck, if you look right here, it's all bitten up. There's more showing and appearing. Um, my whole feet are all, like both my feet are all eaten up, so it's not like anything new. Definitely not the first time having gone camping. Um, so, anyways, we were gonna go. I got one more height scavenger to go to, and we're gonna try up in the mountains, see how I can breathe and stuff. I managed to go into Lake Erie and conquer a certain ocean floor fear. So it is a fear. It comes with heights. It does. You have to trust what's underneath you. If you can't trust what's underneath you, you can't go into the water. So I had that fear since I could remember. I had the same thing in the Bahamas. It took me about a half hour to get into the water, trusting that there was like no stingrays and no sharks, no weird freaking exotic fishes. But because of global warming, you have to now assume more that creatures are coming towards inland because that's where the sources are at and all that stuff. We won't go into it. That's not my expertise. My expertise is basically Little House on the Prairie. You guys are having an issue with money and you're not understanding how it starts up. Try to sit down and think like some of the prairie days, because that's exactly what it is. There's a debate that just came up whether or not Benjamin Franklin is truly America's first president. The answer is yes. The answer is yes. The first president to go to jail for England, for England's behalf, because England does not understand why the fuck you're revolting. That wins you the first presidential seat. It does. But unfortunately, Benjamin Franklin was such a busy man that he couldn't incorporate war into his life, so we chose George Washington. It goes back to the whole MVP shit and athletic stuff. So we won't go into that. That makes for a great campfire debate. It always does. Anyways, we're fast pacing this because we have a little break in between. Now we're entering, everybody knows I'm all Freud. We're entering called the Demonage tornado, the twister, which is basically, for those of you that had to move in the beginning of December 19, 2015, wondering where the hell you could have been at back home. I swear to God, I look gorgeous. I know, I look gorgeous all bitten up by these luscious mosquitoes. Unfortunately, it was 2 in the tent, and I can't tell you where the second one got brazen and ballsy and biting. I mean, it itches. It itches. There's a little hive dot on it, but you just don't provoke it, and then it won't itch anymore. But it's there. It's there. Oh yes, this tent was rocking and rolling even before the storm that came up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Morning at checkout. So, yeah. So, yes, mosquitoes are attracted to the Gentials. Janet. I spelled that backwards. That's because somebody wrote receipt backwards. Reciept, and then the rule is I before E except after C, so it's Receipt, which means that if you go to a tropical smoothie, the old saying goes that once a lug nut, always a lug nut, once a dumbbell, always a dumbbell, is true because we couldn't spell receipt right. It's a simple rule that gets ingrained in your brain during first and second grade. I before E except after C. It may make you repeat it, so it's not like you just can't. It's not like you say it one time and it's like, okay, memorize it, and then as you walk into class, keep memorizing it some more. We're only saying it once. No, I'm pretty sure they make you repeat it. Let's spell this again. Genitals. So, yes, mosquitoes do venture. This one ventured, this one bit, and it itches. It itches. Luckily, it's just a little hive dot. It's not like these. Not like these. It's like a little dot. It's a little dot. We just don't provoke it. So, anyways, so yes, I do need aqua shoes when I go into Lake Erie. I discovered that. Now we're gonna go up and venture into Lake Superior, and we're gonna see what that ocean floor has to bring. But yes, it is part of the fear of heights, and it does help out in many ways. Where I am at right now, I'm in between. So we're going to keep it at that because we do know that some of the women have caught up from the phone calls. And I have to admit, you guys weren't supposed to make any phone calls you were supposed to discover at this point. Because y'all think that working in a managerial position is like just the greatest nifty thing. It's not the greatest nifty thing. In fact, it's the worst thing ever. I even got bit on the nose, so it itches. So it just deal with the fact that I'm like a cat right now, just doing this instead of like going like this. That makes it worse. I got bit on the nose really good. I got bit on the neck really good. I got 2 here, like as if this mosquito had like enlarged its mouth like a cartoon character and just sunk its fangs in. So it's nicely distributed. And then I have another one up here. This one really got me. That one, it's just like hell. So yeah. Plus, this is also discovering how you can maintain rent on the campgrounds. What you have to do is hop from park to park. Is it possible? Absolutely, it is possible. You just got to make sure that the next anchor home in your family is willing to take you on as part of their residency as an address. So yes, you can maintain rent at the cheapest possible cost, but just keep in mind it's only 58 nights. So that's about a little over a month and a half, and then you got to find another park. So good luck to you guys. Because to be honest with you, some of these places, they don't have amenities. They just don't. And if you're trying to get to and from work within a certain mile radius, like we're good at doing, it becomes difficult. It really does. But then again, if you can find yourself in a pitch and tent trailer that's got like bed space and everything, and you just hook it up to your freaking car, that's cool too. For dirt cheap, like $1,500. For $1,500. Then you're all set to like park anywhere in a parking lot and stuff. So they can't say no to you if you got to take a rest break or something. Anyways, that's pretty much it. We're going into the next set of money fields. Back on my smoothie diet and chicken noodle soup. I am craving for grease, but I'm gonna have one last grease meal today, and then that's gonna be it. Then it's gonna go back to frozen pizza, smoothies, chicken noodle soup, and then pastina. Pastina soup is it's Italian for small pasta soup and choice of bouillon broth. So it's gonna go back to that, and we are going to end up losing 8 more pounds. So I'm at 127. That brings me down a little bit more. I want to say thank you. Social Security Administration found a claim specialist to understand what was sent in the package. The problem is we have people not understanding that if you are vaccinated here in the state of Michigan, you do not have to wear a mask. All right. Now, we have so many questions. I got a question yesterday. Why aren't you wearing a mask? I'm vaccinated. That's why. Person's really confused. It's all right. It happens. When the mandate comes back up, even if you are vaccinated, you will be required to wear a mask. So yes, that's going to be coming up real soon, real fast. So I got even bit on the ear, man. I got bit everywhere in one night. Like I said, 2 mosquitoes in the tent, just sitting in the corner. I couldn't find it. Mind you, I'm really good at like swapping at these fucking things. I got bit real bad. Then I decided to walk through like the ragweed crabgrass like shit. Yeah, big no. Feet got eaten up all over the place. It's okay. I look like I'm gorgeous, but I look like a hot mess with all these skeeter bites. So it was one big family reunion, I'll tell you that. Holy crap. Anyways, so thank you. That got taken care of. It was a simple fix. Look, man, I'm not sitting in the chairs. I'm in the envelope. I'm telling you. I have a name change. Here's the extra supporting documents to the name change. I have a letter of opportunity. You got to, hustle it up, or at least tell me what can I get back out of this envelope. I filled out the form correctly. If I didn't fill out the form correctly, well, then you know what? You let me know. We'll get it fixed up and squared away. But I'm pretty sure it's the name presented on the form. Anyways, but thank you. We still have more work to do with this whole process. It shouldn't be this difficult of a process. Because on the bottom of the form, if you look at it, it says evidence and documentation. I'm pretty sure that if I'm standing on the other end, I'm going to want some extra pieces of information just to make sure that I didn't skip over things. It's due diligence, man. Due diligence. Eam, we got a new movie in the house. Mirror likes it. That's why you feel miserable. Gotta love her. Mommy's got to put her honey spoon stick in her mouth now. Gotta put my honey spoon stick in my mouth because somebody made me yell at them. No, we don't strain this voice. We don't strain it at all. We don't strain it. We savor it. We save it. Yeah. I went to Cracker Barrel. Got me a bag of coffee and my honey spoons. And you eating too much. Mirror is telling you how to eat. You don't listen. He's all fat and thick. You can't move him around. It feels like he's going to pop like a tick. Like... I know, you miserable. And how many times have we gone through this? Doink, doink. How many times we go through this? Doink, doink. We still can't get through to Lindsey Graham. Don't fucking tread on anything. Don't even put a goddamn stamp on my goddamn address written out. You just don't do shit. You look over it. There's enough booty and ass that he can find to make him forget. Okay? Enough booty and ass. In fact, I hooked up with one that makes me forget in like the course of 8 hours. I don't even fucking know what this man's smokes were. See that? Hard banging fuck. In fact, they made it an energy drink too. It's called a bang. Fucking psoriatic pain in my ass. Who's got the skillet on? Who's got the recipe? I'm gonna nuke your asses. Alright, we're gonna kill them. Can't wait to grill them. Won't be much meat, but there'll be something there to chomp on. Look at that, a bone. That's it. That's all there is. Just a little bone. Fucking birds from hell. These guys are. 8 hours of fucking squawking.